Hello guys, welcome to our Precalculus class. So today we're going to be talking about, or continue talking about lesson 2.7 about combining functions. Okay, we started this on Tuesday and we're going to continue today. We're going to see today how do we combine functions. Okay, so we got two examples on the whiteboard. So the instruction says find f plus g, also f minus g, f times g, and last but not least, f over g. Okay, let's see how we do this on the first problem. Okay, so in the first problem I got two functions. I got f of x equals x, and I got g of x equals 2x. Okay, so let's start by doing the first part, f plus g. Okay, so it's done like this. Okay, so we are trying to find f plus g. So in other words, we're trying to find f of x plus g of x. So in other words, we're gonna add this together. Okay? So it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be f of x is x, and that's going to be added to g of x, that is 2x. So we're gonna add them. So x plus 2x is, well, 3x. Okay. Now let's continue with the second one. Now we're gonna work with f minus g. So f minus g is gonna be like this. Okay. We got f minus g. Remember, we are combining functions, and it's going to be, well, f of x minus g of x. So we're gonna substitute what we have. Okay. So it's gonna be f of x is x, right? And it's gonna be x minus g of x, that is 2x. So we're gonna subtract x minus 2x, and that is negative 1x, or the same as saying minus x. Okay. So either of them are correct. Okay. So now, after we do the f plus g and f minus g, we're gonna go to the third one, that is f times g. So we're gonna combine functions by multiplying. Okay. So let's see how it's done. Okay. So it's gonna be f times, this dot, remember, is multiplication. It's going to be f times g. That is the same as saying f of x multiplied by g of x. So in other words, it's going to be like this. We're going to multiply f of x, that is x. So we're going to multiply x times g of x, that is 2x. So in other words, we're going to multiply x times 2x, and that is, well, we're going to multiply, or we're going to add the exponent. So it's going to be, in other words, 2 times 1 is 2, but when we add the exponents, it's going to be 2x squared. So we got f plus g, f minus g, and f times g. So we got left to do, what about the last one? F over g. Okay, let's do it. So f over g is going to be, we're going to divide f of x divided by g of x. So in other words, we are finding x over 2x. So what do we do here? Okay? So we're going to reduce the fraction with x. Okay? We're going to reduce the fraction with x. So we're going to cancel the x. So in other words, I got left 1 over 2. So this is called reduce, or reduction. Reduce the fraction with, in this case, with x. Okay. Okay. So here we have problem 1. Okay. So now we're going to go with problem 2. Okay. Problem 2 says f of x equals x, and g of x equals the root square of x. So let's see how do we do it. Okay. So we're going to start with f plus g. Sorry. So f plus g is almost the same. So it's going to be f plus g is equal to the addition of f of x plus the addition of g of x. So it's going to be, well, we're going to substitute, it's going to be x plus the root square of x. And we can do nothing there, so the answer is the same. Okay? The answer is x plus the root square of x. Okay? So now we're going to go with the second one, that is f minus g. So we're going to subtract now the functions in the combination. So it's going to be f minus g equals f of x minus g of x. So in other words, we're going to subtract them now. So let's see what happens. So it's going to be x minus the root square of x. So again, we can do nothing there, so it's already in the form expressed. Okay? So now we're going to go to multiply f times g and last f over g. Okay? So let's see how it's done. So now we're going to go with f times g. Okay? So it's going to be multiplying f of x times g of x. So it's going to be like this, students. So we're going to be working with the multiplication of x times the root square of x. So in other words, when we are working with a root square, we're going to be transforming this root square. So this is going to be, well, this is going to be, we got x, so that is, in other words, it had an exponent of x over the power of 1. And here, we got 1 here and 2 here. So in other words, we're going to transform the expression. So it's going to be, in other words, it's going to be 1/2 x. So that'll be 1/2. So last, this answer is going to be, well, the answer is going to be x exponent 1 over 2. Okay? So that's going to be the answer of this problem. Okay? Because we're going to multiply them. Okay? And last but not least, let's check f over g. Okay? So f over g is f of x over g of x. So let's see what happens in this problem. Okay? Let's see what happens in this problem. Okay? So it's going to be, let's see, it's going to be f of x is x, so it's going to be x over the root square of x. So we're going to work with this rational expression. Okay? And this is what's going to happen. Okay? We're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the root square of x. So let's see what happens. This is working with a rational expression. So in other words, we're going to reduce the fraction. So it's going to be, it's going to cancel out, and the last answer, this gave us, it's going to be x times, and this in the denominator is going to give us x. So the final answer, we're going to cancel this out. Okay? And what we have left is the root square of negative x. So that's going to be your answer. Okay? So for this lesson, for this part of the lesson, you're going to be working the problems on your textbook. Let me see what problems they are. Okay? On page 260, you're going to be working problems 9 to 12. Okay? So I'm going to pause this video and we're going to continue in a couple of seconds. Okay?